Hi, it's me, Miss Lipke, and I'm here to talk to you about our new therapy dog that will be coming to school with me, Findley. So please listen very carefully because I'm going to go over some important rules and information so that everyone can have the best experience possible with our new therapy dog. This is Finn. He is my dog that lives with me year-round. He's 5 years old and he's a Labradoodle. As you can see in this video and you'll see in person, he's a pretty big dog, but he's a gentle giant. He thinks that he is a living teddy bear and loves attention and to be pet and cuddled. He also really likes to take naps and play with our neighbor dogs that live on both sides of us. We also live by the river, and he loves when we go fishing, and one of his favorite things to do is sniff the fish and get right up close to him whenever we catch fish. So he's a pretty silly boy, and I can't wait for you to meet him. You might be wondering what a therapy dog is and what they do. In order to become a therapy dog, Findley had to do a lot of special training. He went through 3 different rounds of obedience school at different levels and got a certification called a Canine Good Citizen. That means he had to get a test on how well he behaved around other people and other dogs. Then he went on to get his certification through Alliance of Therapy Dogs. And in that situation, he had to go to different places and have an observer follow him and myself around to see how well he interacted with other people in different places and situations. Findley is not a service dog. Therapy dogs are different than a service dog because service dogs are not to be pet or played with when they are working, and they work with just one person at a time. Therapy dogs are made to love on and bring comfort and be pet and cuddled and just bring happiness wherever they go. So when you see Finn, it's okay to pet him, but there are some special rules. You do need to make sure you ask, and remember, he's still an animal, so we want to treat him with respect and give him his space when he needs it. We'll talk about rules in a second. Let's go ahead and talk about those important rules that we need to follow when Findley is in our building. The first one is to approach slowly or let Findley come to you. Please do not run up to him or just go and grab and start petting him. That could scare him, and we don't want him to feel uncomfortable or scared in our building. That leads to our next one, which is asking to pet. Please make sure you ask me if you can pet Findley, if he's not just coming up to you and showing you that he wants to be pet. Asking to pet is important because he needs his personal space, just like you or I do. So just like a person wouldn't want someone to come up and touch them all the time, dogs are the same way, even if he is a therapy dog. Always ask to pet. Next, be sure to use walking feet and inside voices around Findley. Just like if you were doing something at school and someone ran up and started screaming or yelling or getting overly excited, you might not want to be around that, right? Same thing for a therapy dog. Be sure to be quiet and approach slowly using nice walking feet. Next, when you are petting Finn, please do not put your face up against his. Dogs don't always want people in their faces. And it's best to not grab on his ears or his snout or even his head. If you want to pet the very top of his head slowly, that's okay. But we don't want to grab his ears or anywhere around his face, just like you wouldn't want someone coming up and poking you in your face, right? Next is if you are in line with your teacher or your class or you're in your classroom, I ask that you remember that we still have rules here at school, so you shouldn't be getting out of your line. You shouldn't be walking out of your classroom to come and see Findley. There will be times where you'll get a chance to see him, so I want you to make sure that you're not getting in trouble for not listening to the directions that your teacher gave just because you see him. And remember, when Findley is here, I am his handler. And what that means is that I am the only one in our whole building that has been trained and certified to be in charge of him. So when you see Findley, you cannot call him to you or give him commands. That is my job as his handler. It can get confusing for a dog when a lot of people are trying to tell them what to do. So I'm always the only one who can tell him what to do. But you're always welcome to ask me to give him a command. And last and very important is if you see Findley, he is only allowed to get treats from me and no one else. So please never feed Findley any food or bring him any treats. This makes it so that I know he's going to listen to me, because if I'm the only one that can give him treats, I'm the only one he's going to want to really make sure he's listening to, right? So I appreciate all of you for listening to these really important rules. Make sure you're following them, and Finn and everyone will have a great time. Thanks for listening. We can't wait to see you.